How are you?
Vice President Kamala Harris has met with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky 6 times, most recently in June at the Ukraine Peace Summit in Switzerland. Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine, which began 1 year into the Biden-Harris administration, has shaped U.S. foreign policy. U.S. leadership and support have been critical in helping Ukraine withstand Russian aggression, says Ukrainian parliament member Ivana Klimpush-Tsentsadze.
However, we also understand that unfortunately, some of the kind of dripping policy of delivering weapons to Ukraine, this escalation management, that is something that would need to be changed.
She says bipartisan U.S. support is key for Ukraine, and Kyiv is preparing to work with any administration to ensure the continuity of aid.
And I believe that incredibly important is to start switching from the policy of supporting Ukraine as long as it takes to the real victory of Ukraine.
The United States remains the top provider of aid to Ukraine. According to the Kale Institute for the World Economy, since the beginning of the full-scale invasion of Ukraine, the U.S. has allocated more than $81 billion. The Biden-Harris administration's policy of supporting Ukraine was historic, says analyst Mykola Davydyuk.
After Second World War, that is the biggest support of European states after that war. So they created the history.
Ukrainian political scientist Yevhen Glebovitsky says the amount of aid is critical, but understanding Russia's intentions and Ukraine's strategic role are equally important.
The greatest failure of Biden administration was actually not seeing that Russia has to be defeated in order to de-escalate the tensions internationally. So while trying to prevent World War III, actually the Biden administration has made mistakes that made World War III more likely.
However, he notes that Republican support for Ukraine is not guaranteed. Former President Donald Trump has raised concerns about corruption in the country and questioned military alliance.
Ukraine is between the rock and a hard place because the potential Trump administration is actually threatening Ukraine to cut off supplies at all and is threatening to either withdraw from NATO or diminish the importance of NATO.
Whether a Republican or Democrat wins the presidency in November, Russia's war in Ukraine and securing peace in Europe will remain key concerns for the next U.S. leader. Myroslava Gongadze, VOA News, Warsaw.